Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the Akim pertaining to these videos. Alright, so in this video, I want to speak about two dreams that I had back to back. Both the dreams had the same scenario play out, like as you see in the picture on the screen here, where you got troops pretty much holding down people and forcing the jab onto them. So a little bit thing about in this dream is since it's March, 2021, the year of hastening, the temperature started getting warmer. So in my bag, I used to carry this big parka, because of the winter. But now that it's getting warmer, I started wearing my smaller jacket so I could bring my Bible and everything. But so in my dream I had 2 days ago, I was just like a regular day going to work. I got on the train, and then as I was going to the train, mind you, I'm wearing my smaller jacket, so I have my Bible with me. Like, I wasn't really paying much attention, but like the announcer was saying that due to circumstances, with the CVID, that they had to take a detour, park in some place where it was fenced up, it was and then so they had a whole bunch of troops there. They had guns and everything. Like it kind of looked like this picture. This one guy, he's famous for making all these, very abstract pictures. I like this one. Let me just go back up to this one. So this guy specifically, he's known for making these abstract pictures. But this is pretty much how it looked like. And in my dream, so since it was warmer temperature, I knew that I had my Bible in my bag. So then I was very joyful. I was very glad that it was finally time to deny, the CVID once it was forced onto me. And so that was my dream pretty much, that I was very excited. And so in my dream, I actually opened up my scriptures and I went to Revelation 3 and 10, and I started reading it, pretty much to rehearse once the troops were coming towards us, and everybody that was lined up 6 feet and everything were wearing their masks, and then the troops were pretty much administering the jab by force, as they were coming down the line, I was just reading this precept over and over again, pretty much to rehearse it in my mind, because I didn't know what was going to happen in the dream, but ultimately I knew, and I was prepared to rely on Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So I'm going to read this precept, the one that I read in my dream. It's Revelation 3 verse 10. It says, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation." So this hour of temptation is pretty much when we're all going to be tempted. Everybody here on earth with the mark of the beast. Because the mark of the beast, in Revelation 13 verse 16, it says that it causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive that mark. So when I brought this up in Revelation 3:10, I was meditating that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is going to take care of me. That if I'm the hopeful elect, that I'm destined to be delivered. If I'm of that number, that He's not going to make it so that I'm not going to administer that that CVID or the mark of the beast, the RFID microchip, whatever it was. But in my dream, I was just glad that I was at this point where I was able to deny it. And then I woke up and I was pretty upset that I still had to go to work, and then wait, pretty much, So I'm in that mentality where I want things to speed up, I want things to accelerate, so that I could deny this mark of the beast, and any type of technologies that this devil has to offer, I'm ready to deny them. If it happens right now, tomorrow, or whenever these events happen. I feel that I'm pretty much ready for that test. Because over the years I've been rehearsing the scriptures, rehearsing the righteous acts, listening to epistles from the brothers. So my spirit is pretty much built up. But I know since I haven't been presented with this temptation, I still have work to do. So as you can see, I'm doing this video, and I'm going to continue in this ministry, until the hour of temptation, passes over us pretty much, and then we deny it, with a strong mind, because our mind is going to be single-eyed, to this ministry, and what Yahweh Shai, commanded us to do is to pretty much, deny the mark of the beast. So I'm going to read from the top again. It says, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So we know that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has his elect. There may be days where we don't eat, but we know ultimately that the Lord is going to take care of his elect in these coming days that are going to come. Jacob's trouble. A lot of people, they don't think that Jacob's trouble is going to happen, that there's going to be perilous times. You can see, like, in these pictures, they depict, the martial law troops coming in, forcing, unrighteous decrees onto the people. And one of the unrighteous decrees that they're mainly going to go for, to try to instill, is the mark of the beast. I can't tell you the full plan of what this devil's doing or what he's going to do, but ultimately I know that he's going to try everybody here, in the hour of temptation, to see who's going to receive that mark of the beast, his technology. So I'm going to read this part again. It says, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So in my dream, I was reading this over and over again, pretty much just to reassure, that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has me, that he's going to take care of me, because I've kept his word of his patience. I've suffered through this, through the fiery trials, that was pretty much assured that no matter what was going to happen, like in my dream, it was, like I said, it was very vivid. They had troops with guns and everything, and I was happy that I was going to deny it, and I didn't care in my dream they were going to shoot me or whatever, because ultimately, like I said, our lives are in this word, this ministry. We don't fear what man can do to us. So but then going into my other dream, it was pretty much the same scenario, but instead of a train station, it was a bus stop. And then this one, I was with a lot of people. Like, I would say it was like I don't know, like 40 people, 50 people. And then, like, when the bus came to come pick us up, they're pretty much, it was the same scenario. They had the troops, they had the announcement, and they were saying, due to the circumstances, you can't get on the bus. Pretty much you can't go to point A to point B from this part of the city to the other part of the city, because it's quarantined or whatever, unless you receive this jab. And then I was pretty much just like laughing, making jokes at it, saying that I wasn't going to receive it, this and that. And in the crowd that I was in, I would say 50% of them, were pretty much, saying to me, like, "Are you serious? You're not going to just take it? Don't you got to go to work?" And then, like, a lot of those people, they were like so-called Mexicans. Like, they all looked unhealthy, and they were just, sold into this idea of Babylon, wanting this place to continue. And, like, it kind of got me mad, because when I was looking at him, like he got offended that I wasn't gonna receive this thing, But then in the crowd, it was like a lot of noise was happening, But like the troops didn't really do much, because I woke up. But like these two were very vivid dreams of pretty much the same scenario playing out, and it was the same visuals. They had the scenario, I was going to work through transit, and then the visuals of the troops coming out, weapons in hand, and jabs on the ready, so they could tempt us with that technology. So these two vivid dreams, I was meditating on them, thinking about them. So I want to make a video, bring out the precepts, that made me think about what I experienced in my dream. One being, this one, like, I actually read this one in my dream, but this one's Revelation 2 verse 10. It says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer," because we're going to suffer some things. This isn't going to be just a cakewalk. This is going to be, a straight gate that we're going to walk through. Jacob's trouble, there's going to be a lot of, turmoils happening. This is just one of the scenarios, is that there's going to be troops out there, and then barring you, and, making sure that you don't go to, point A to point B. So it's going to be the valley of shadow of death out here once Jacob's trouble is in full effect. But we're not to fear those things. Because we know, that Yahweh Shai has us. Yahweh Hashem Shai is going to deliver us. He's going to direct our steps towards salvation. So I'm going to read it again. It says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prisons, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. So pretty much we got the skinny. We got the drop that the devil is meditating on these things, and that he's going to cast some of us. It doesn't say all of us or none of us, but it definitely says some of us. It says the devil shall cast some of you into prison. So already, you should have it in your mind for what's to come. Either it's going to be 10 days or probably even 100 days of tribulation. In some prison. Those FEMA camps. Let me go back to this guy who did these visuals. I know he's got pictures of that, like this one right here. So there's going to be people who are pretty much going to get locked into these camps that they built. They didn't build them for no reason. They built them because this is the last go around for Esau to try to achieve what he wants to in his mind. Is to get the birthright back. Complete his new world order. And exterminate the nation of Israel. But we know that's not going to happen because it's already written about these things. So we already got the drop on him. But reading back at Revelation 2:10, it says, "Behold, the devil shall cast some of you to prisons, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days." And then here's the important part, because when you're going through these things, so maybe during Jacob's trouble, you'll be having an abundance amount of food, because the scriptures do say that so like I was thinking in the book of Job, how the Lord is going to take care of his elect. I think it was Job 5:20. Because in the book of Job it says, well, I'll start at Job 5:19. It says, "He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh." So the Heavenly Father, even though all these things are going to come, it says, "Neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh." We're not to have the spirit of fear, of all these mortal men. We have the fear of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, and that's where wisdom, knowledge, and understanding begins. The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that, that even though we're going to go through these trials and tribulations, that we're going to be taken care of and preserved through it all. It says, back in Revelation 2:10, it says, "Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prisons, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life." So it says to be faithful unto death. It's pretty much, to death is just a secondary, thought process. You're not supposed to be worried about it, but rather you're supposed to worry about, the hour of temptation. Just to not to receive the mark of the beast, or to listen to what this devil has to offer, or receive whatever he has to offer. All right, so another precept I have is Matthew 10:19. It says, "But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak." Actually, I think I should start at verse 18. Yeah, so this is verse 18. It says, "And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak." So as ultimately, we're supposed to, rely on the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And this is Yahushai pretty much warning us that there's going to be scenarios of this happening. It's happened before, and it's going to happen again. That we're going to be tried in front of the kings and princes of this place, known as Babylon in the scriptures. Apostle Rambla was doing that video where they were speaking about, the so-called Black Hebrew Israelites and how they're getting radicalized. They're going to question you on these things when they put you in these camps. And they got all your, your internet history, all your text messages, your phone is tapped pretty much. So that they're going to bring up these things. They're going to try to make you, they're going to try to pretty much accuse. The scriptures calls them the accuser of our brethren. They're going to try to accuse you and make you look like you're a bad person, that you deserve death or something like that. But ultimately, we know that all these things are what these devils are planning for, and Yahushua warned us of these things. So you're supposed to have a mind ready for it when they happen. You're you're supposed to have your house built on stone as opposed to sand, because when that tempest comes, that house that's built on sand is not going to stand. It's like that's built on sand, it's not going to stand. But the one that's built on house, representing that your foundation is built on Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, that house is going to withstand the tempest, the hard winds when they come. And just to show in the scriptures more proof that these things are indeed going to happen. That the hour of temptation is going to, for better, it's going to look like these pictures that I'm showing. It shows us in Second Esdras, 15, and I'm gonna start at verse 16. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able." And that's what I was experiencing in the both dreams that I had, as I wasn't able to go into the city unless I had to follow line, and into the broad, pretty much, to receive this devil's technologies, and pretty much go against the scriptures, because those jabs. Let me see, because they just came out with a new picture of this. It just looks ridiculous. This ultimate. You're not supposed to receive this technology. You're not supposed to imbibe in horseshoe crab blood, no matter how much this devil spins it. The scriptures pretty much say that you're not supposed to, have this inside your body. You see that they're farming these horseshoe crabs, so they could pretty much get the technology of this jab, working. It was pretty much that's meant to kill you, because the sting of death is sin, and if you one prick your body, that goes against the scriptures. You're not supposed to make a cutting in the flesh, and then two, you're putting an abominable, creature, the blood of it even, into your body. So that's pretty much like you're eating it. So the scriptures pretty much, let you know, that you're not supposed to take that jab, no matter what. Like IUIC, they're over there, they're doing the swab tests. That's just false. Those are pretty much just false prophets leading, the flock to the slaughter, pretty much. But going back to verse 17, like is that perfect picture of my dream, is that I wasn't able to go to work. I wasn't able to enter the city, unless I followed their orders, their agenda, and receive something that's adversarial to what the scriptures say. But I'm going to read again. Verse 17 says, "A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." And that's pretty much the point, because verse 19 goes into how it's going to be so much great tribulation, like it says in the precept, that people are going to be invading each other's houses for the lack of bread. But so ultimately, what you can get out of this lesson, from the dream that I had, is that you're not supposed to, pretty much waver in this faith, or listen to what this devil has to offer. You're supposed to, like how Yahweh Hashem Yahushai commanded, is to walk the straight and narrow path, and to not receive the mark of the beast, and to stay strong in the hour of temptation. So the last precept I wanted to read is 2nd Esdras 2, and I'll start at verse 44 just to get a little bit of background on it. It says, and this is pretty much when Yahushai is crowning the elect. So it says, "So I asked the angel and said, 'Sir, what are these?' And verse 45 says, 'He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing, and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh. Now are they crowned, and receive palms.' Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them, and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai." So that's why we're going to be, persecuted, for the names of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. And pretty much it's already written that the hopeful elect, well, it's not in this precept. They're not the hopeful elect. They're actually the elect, the 144,000, being crowned for standing stiffly for the name of the Lord, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, and not taking whatever this devil has to offer. Yes, that's the end of this video. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, and Shalom Akim.